Welcome back. This is Annglish, aka Annglish. And if you don't know me, I am the founder of English for IT. This is our page on Instagram and this is our channel. What is English for IT? English for IT is a company that helps tech professionals improve their communication skills. That is why I've decided to start a series of videos where I teach you how to be a better and more effective communicator when writing emails, right? Communication is not only about speaking, but of course, speaking is really important. Communication is also about writing. And when you work in tech, you do write emails to your clients, to your colleagues, etc. I want you to be, if not perfect, then close to perfect. Before we get the ball rolling, and if you don't know what get the ball rolling means, it means before we get the ball rolling, I want you to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the videos that I am about to post. By the way, feel free to check out my older videos and let me know what you think. Okay, so today's agenda is 2 emails. We're gonna analyze 2 emails that I have received. Yes, I'm sharing with you real emails. I'm not making things up. There is so much real stuff in the world that I just don't want to be inventing things. Okay, the first email I got, and this is what they say. Hello, Anna, how are you? Okay, right away, I don't like this first sentence. I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like it is because it's an email. It's not a conversation on Zoom call, for example. That's why saying how are you is not a good idea. How are you is not the phrase that you want to use when writing an email. No, no possible. No. Instead of how are you, you can say, I hope this message finds you well. Yes, guys, I hope this message finds you well is an equivalent to how are you in an email. Hello, Anna is fine. However, I do have some questions about punctuation here. Hello, no comma. Anna, yes, comma. Hello, Anna. Then you need to skip the line. Give me some space, okay? That's what they say. Give me some space. You have to give your email some space, right? That is why do not jam all the words, all the sentences together. Give them some space and you will make your email readable, right? It will be pleasant to read your email, not a torture. Okay, so hello, Anna, comma. I hope this message finds you well. Period. End of sentence. Skip the line again, give some space. And then you ask your question. Did you have a chance to run through the estimation table we provided? Okay, so did you have a chance? I like it. The thing is that instead of asking, did you look at our table? No, you say, did you have a chance? This is great. I would also use present perfect in this question. And I would also say, have you had a chance? Because technically, have you had a chance to do something? It means like, I am curious in the result. That's why I would use, have you had a chance? But did you have a chance is fine as well, especially if you're in the United States, I would say, right? So did you have a chance to run through? I like it. Run through means to review, right? To go over. So run through is a phrasal verb that you will use in modern business English. So this is fine. To run through is like to briefly look through something. So you can say to look through, to run through, to go over. So I'm giving you 3 alternatives. To run through the estimation table we provided. Yes, they did. They did provide me with an estimation table, but I did not get back to them. Unfortunately, I think because I wasn't interested anymore. So yeah, not really nice. I should have gotten back to them. Get back to someone, by the way. That's another good phrase that you will encounter in emails frequently. Get back to someone. It's write back to someone. I should have gotten back to them, but I didn't. So I'm sorry. What do you think? Right. Okay. I like it that at the end of the email, they say, what do you think? So they want to trigger the conversation, right? So that is like when you ask a question, it means that you are expecting the person to answer you. So there is a possibility that you will have a dialogue, you will have a conversation. However, if I were them in their shoes, I would say something about timing. Because if they really want to sell me their services, and since we are at the stage where they gave me their estimations for the project, they can say something about timing. When you mention time, but you're not really like pushing them too much. However, you can say something like, we are ready to get started as soon as it is commercially possible for you, meaning that as soon as you're ready to pay us. And they finish with kind regards. Well, there is a problem. Number one, kind has to be capitalized. K has to be a capital K. And after regards, we have to use comma because the next should be your name. That's a standard structure. You say kind regards, comma, not period, comma, and then you say your name. For example, Anna Gandrabura. Email number 2. In this email, we are going to see that the person is asking to reschedule the meeting. And of course, very useful language. Let's get started. Hello, comma, I like it, perfect. It is possible to move it to 12 p.m. instead. You understand that in the previous email, we were talking about a meeting schedule. Okay, let me give you some backstory. This is a response to a calendar invitation where we scheduled a meeting for 11. However, the person wants to reschedule it for later. And this is what they say. It is possible to move it to 12 p.m. instead. Well, we can see there is a minor grammar issue. And I would say that this is probably a typo and the person was not attentive. That is why I want you to be attentive and check what you have written, even if you have to do something quickly. So it should be, is it possible to move it to it, meaning meeting, to 12 p.m. instead? By the way, 12 p.m., is it during the day or at night? What do you think? Well, PM is the daytime and nighttime. So PM starts from 12 noon to 12 midnight, right? And AM starts at 12 midnight to 12 noon. Okay, right. So if you want to ask to reschedule a meeting, you can use this question easily. Is it possible to move it to 12 p.m.? By the way, you would use move something to when you were talking about rescheduling something to a later time. Moving on next. I just realized I have a conflict. Now that is an interesting expression. I have a conflict. Did she have an argument or did she fight with someone? What's the conflict here? Actually, you will use this construction when you talk about conflict in your calendar. So when we have two meetings overlapping, that's another way to say a conflict, overlapping, you would say, I have a conflict. And people will understand that you're talking about meetings or events in your calendar, right? When events or meetings are overlapping. If you wanted to use the word overlap, you could also say, I just realized this meeting overlaps with my other meeting. That's how you would use the verb to overlap. Moving on, look forward to speaking with you. Now, this is a very common phrase that is used in, I would say, 99% of emails. When you finish your email, use the phrase, look forward to speaking with you. Look forward to hearing from you. Look forward to meeting you, etc. An important thing to remember here is that the verb that is used after look forward to is always with the ing ending. Yes, disregard the fact that there is to and you say ing and to together. To in this phrase is not an infinitive, is not a particle for an infinitive. To here is a preposition. Look forward to doing something. And finally, they say best. We have talked about best in one of my previous videos. You can find this video in the description. Best is short for best regards, and it is very common in semi-formal style of writing. After best, we use comma, and below, under best, we put our name. This email, as you can tell, has a lot of space. Yeah, we skipped the line. I really like the structure of it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments which email analysis was more interesting and useful for you. I will keep that in mind for the next video. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done this already. I don't want to remind you, but I will, because I know there are some people who are not following this channel yet, and you guys will be missing out. So that's why give me a follow, make that subscribe button gray, and we'll be friends forever.